Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Del Mar here on Saturday. It is November the 28th, 2015. Gonna look at the stakes races, an excellent card of stakes races from Del Mar. Gonna look at races 5, 7, and 8. So let's get on to it. Before I get on to that, remember to go follow me on Twitter at 316 Fix for more selections. I think you know that already. So let's get on to it. Today's fifth race. The fifth race is the 24th running of the Jimmy Durant Stakes, Grade 3, purse $100,000 for fillies 2-year-olds. I think this race was called the Mesquite or the Generous. What is that? Run at Hollywood Park. We have 13 horses traveling a mile on the turf course during this turf festival. Going 1 mile on turf. Rail will be set at 0 feet. And I'm going to go way to the outside with a bad position. I know, number 13, My Rage. 8-1, Tyler Bates for Sami Callahan. Last time out, did run at Keelan on a yielding turf course 1 mile on October the 30th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Phillies Turf. Finished 8th by 4.5 lengths. Was close, finishing close that day, if you noticed. This horse had a horrible trip. He checked at 7/8 pole, was 8 wide into the upper stretch, breaking from post was number 12. Just a horrible trip against a lot tougher horses. I think this horse could have been closer if he had a better trip that day, personally. 44-1, he really did have a good run. Then start 4 that was at San Anita, 1 mile on October 10th in the Surfer Girl Stakes, the prep for the Juvenile Phillies Turf. Finished third by 5 lengths. This horse is on the rail and was really hard at the 16th pole. Went on to a third place finish against a very tough race that day. Took a lot out of this horse, but I think today this horse after the layoff should really do well. And then first start was actually over in England at Brighton, 6 furlongs and British Stallion Stud Stakes, 1 by 3/4 length with Jamie Spencer up. He was off slow, like a lot of European horses, but this horse really ran on well. So gonna go with this one. To recap my bets for race number 5 from Del Mar. Gonna go with 13. Now let's get on to race number 7. The 7th race, which is the 74th running of the Hollywood Derby. Grade 1 purse, $300,000 for 3-year-olds. We have a field of 15. The 15 horse is also eligible, traveling a mile and 1/8. This race formerly run at Hollywood Park, and you used to see some European horses running this race years ago, and this used to be one of my. It still is, but when it was at a mile and a quarter, it really was a great race. But it still is. It's just one of those end of the year races for 3-year-olds on the turf that are just amazing. But I loved Hollywood Park, so when Hollywood Park closed, it kind of took a sore damper for this race personally on me. But I'm gonna go with the 1/8 here. I'm gonna go with an exacta for $1. It's gonna cost you $2, but 1/8 here. Maybe do 10-cent super, 1/8 boxed for the first and 2 spots, and do all. This might cost a bunch, but number 1, Mr. Brightside, 12-1, Kent DeSormo. I'm gonna put a few bucks across the board on this one also with the price for Jeremy Nocita, sending this one in from England. Had his first start in the States last time out at San Anita Mile 8th on October 24th in Twilight Derby, formerly known as the Oak Tree Derby. Finished second by 2.25 lengths. First time on Lasix for this one last time out. Getting Lasix again today. This horse hobbled at the start and held second. A really nice victory. Second place finish. It finished behind who was in this race also, and the third place finisher Royal Albert Hall was in this race also. But start 4 that was at Doncaster during a big meet in September the 9th actually, in the Frank's Partnership Handicap Stakes. Finished third by half length. He just didn't have enough race that day. I think the distance is perfect for this horse. Since coming to America, he's running in the extended mile races. He ran once over 7 furlongs in England. That was on Windsor on April 27th and just missed going mile 70. Finished second by length with Ryan Moore up. And you have to remember, Windsor has their course is a figure 8, so it looks like a number 8. That's the way they run. He was just second best that day. Really liked the distance. A little bit farther really would have helped this horse. This horse has a really bright future, I think. 12-1, great price for this one. Kent DeSormo, great post vision also. Had a workout Del Mar, 6-furlong workout, 1:16.04, the best workout for that day. They just want to get this horse stretching his legs. So gonna go with this one. I'm also gonna go with the 8 horse here. Number 8, Closing Bell, 6-1, coming in from South Florida for Bill Bart, Jose Lascano. Last time out, Warren Keelan on a yielding turf course, mile and 1/8 on October 30th in the Byron Station Stakes. Just second by half length behind the winner, Tweet Kitten. He was 4 wide and was bumped at 3/16 pole. Not his best run. Start before that was in Dueling Grounds Derby at Kentucky Downs, mile 5/16 over that unique European-style turf course. Won by a head that day and over a very challenging turf course. Takes a lot out of horses. Was 3 wide at the second turn and just came on to win. And then his only other career win was on the main track. But right in the Belmont Derby, finished fourth that day back at Belmont Park July 4th, and August the 15th at Arlington, mile and a quarter in Secretariat, finished second by 5 1/4 lengths. This horse should really do well with the distance. Turf course should be really in his favor. So I'm going to go with this one. The last two races have been incredible for this one. So to recap my bets for the Hollywood Derby from Del Mar. Never thought I'd be saying that 2, 3 years ago. But to recap my bets, like I said, from the Hollywood Derby, race number 7, I'm going to go with the 1-8. So now let's get on to race number 8. The 8th race is 37th running of the Native Diver Stakes. Grade 3, purse $150,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of seven horses going post, traveling a mile and a furlong. Another race formerly run at Hollywood Park. And I'm going to go with the 3-7 here. Number 3, Dortmund, 6-5. Gary Stevens up for the first time. Martin Garcia must not be in California, so he must be somewhere else, probably in Kentucky. But 6-5 on this one. Last time out, Lorena Sanita first starts since Preakness, a mile in the Big Bear Stakes. First time against the older company, by 1 3/4 lengths against a very easy field. Was just ridden out. But they did find a quarter crack in this horse this year, and actually this week to be exact. And he was supposed to go to the Clark handicap, scratched out of that, or wasn't entered. So now he might not be 100%. I'm really, it was really hard to put this horse on a ticket. I will put him on a pick 4, pick 3 ticket, just out of security, because you don't know if the quarter crack's going to really affect his hoof or something like that. I'm just really lost with this one. Never ran at Del Mar. The surface is like San Nito, what this horse loves, so it should be really well. So, like I said, the quarter crack's a really big question for me, but I'm also going to go with the 7 horse. Who's going to be my top pick? Number 7, Imperative. 4-1, Mario Gutierrez is on this one, this gelding. We'll get flankers off today also, but last time out, the run did start in 2 months. That was September the 26th, San Diego Mile 8th in the Austin again Stakes. Finished 4th by 7 3/4 lengths. This horse just had no threat that day. Not a lot into him. And then Pacific Classic, mile and a quarter at Del Mar over the surface. Finished 5th by 10 3/4 lengths. Was 5 wide length, just a little overmatched. But if you look at the races this horse has ran since 2004, since April 2014, he hasn't won since April 19th, 2014. That was at Charlestown in the Charlestown Classic, won by 1.5 lengths. Was 3 wide and it was up to win that day. But it's a very weird race was run that day if you watch the replay. But it hasn't won since then. But since then, this horse ran the Pacific Classic, the Hollywood Gold Cup, the Breeze Cup Classic, the Japan Cup, Dirt Cup, San Antonio Invitational, San Diego Handicap, and the Pacific Classic again, and the Charlestown Classic again. So this horse has been facing tough company. Today he's not facing as tough. Should really be in his favor. Likes this course. His last good race, decent race, was in Charlestown Classic. He must love that course. Finished second by 2 lengths at 31-1. So gonna go with this one, 4-1. So recount my bets for the 8th race from Del Mar. Gonna go with 3-7. Good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at the Race 16 Picks. Good luck, everybody.